North Carolina. How do you get things done without giving up your values? And we're back now with Senator Ted Cruz. That's the question. How they love that you stand on principle. They believe you, and they believe you're a constitutionalist, and you mean it, and you're not going to betray those values. But they want things to get done if they send you to Washington.
Absolutely, and the stakes are too high. The problems are too big for us not to fix them.
How do you do it?
Well, you know, if you think about it, a president has really three levers of authority, three levers to change the direction of the ship of government. The first is executive power. Now, that's been the one that Obama has abused so mightily. But the silver lining to that is that everything done with executive power can be undone with executive power. So, for example, I have pledged on the very first day in office to rescind every single illegal and unconstitutional executive act taken by President Obama.
Do you see the presidency as the weakest branch of government, as the one that is supposed to be the smallest?
It is not the weakest branch of government, but it is circumscribed by the Constitution and its authority. And so, when the president illegally grants amnesty, as he has, that is contrary to the law, it's contrary to the Constitution, but with the stroke of a pen, that executive amnesty will be gone.
So you undo it.
Also on the first day in office, I pledged to direct the Department of Justice to open an investigation into Planned Parenthood and to prosecute Also on the first day in office, I intend to direct every agency of the federal government that the persecution of religious liberty ends that day.
My question to you, while feeling they like what they're hearing, what about the day-to-day management of the government and getting deals done and getting tax reform?
You're talking about change. Also on day one, I will direct the Department of Education. Common Core ends today. Now, you want to talk?
They are not mandatory.
Well, you know, under Common Core, we have 11 days in a week, so that we've got a long time till election day. Look, all of those are actions that a strong, principled, conservative president can do and do immediately, and that I will do. The second lever of presidential authority and change is foreign policy. And foreign policy can change overnight. I mean, it's worth remembering in 1981, Iran released our hostages the day that Ronald Reagan was sworn into office.
But if I could, I think what this gentleman's going for is the things that cannot be done simply by the executive office. The stuff like entitlement reform was one of the things that I was asked about.
Megan, I'm starting more broadly because what the media tells us is you can't fix this, you can't change this, and it isn't true. On foreign policy, on day one, I will rip to shreds this catastrophic Iranian nuclear. Also on day one, I will begin the process of moving the American embassy in Israel to Jerusalem, the once and eternal capital. Now, let's focus on the third area, which is where you want to go, which is legislation. Legislation is the hardest lever to use because right now Congress is fundamentally broken. It is dysfunctional. I am campaigning based on two big legislative policy initiatives. Number one, repealing every single word of Obamacare. And number two, passing a simple flat tax and abolishing the IRS.
You're going to need control of the House and the Senate and the Republican Party if you want to get that done.
Now listen, you're right, and neither of those are easy. I am not remotely naive or Pollyannish. Well, that's actually the key. Listen, could I get either of those done in this current Congress? Not a chance. Because right now, the Washington cartel, all of the lobbyists, all of the special interests, they depend on the status quo. The IRS tax code, the reason it's so long is that's where all the carve-outs, all the subsidies, all the handouts are buried in that tax code. How do you change it? You know, if you look at the last time we broke the Washington cartel, it was 1981. It was the Reagan Revolution, where Reagan took it to the people, and there was a tidal wave from the people. The way we get that done is I intend to make 2016, the general election against Hillary Clinton, a referendum on repealing Obamacare and abolishing the IRS.